Hey traders, this is Jeff from Zen Trader, and this is the nightly update. I'm going to be talking about the Toronto Stock Exchange and some sentiment indicators and the VIX, and of course my timing signal, which flipped on the last day of August, sat through some uncomfortable losses, and actually have I took half off the table today with a 1% gain on them, even though it's a little bit lower than where my timing signal is. When I got this signal, I actually bought a very large overweighted position in SPY, so it's actually up 1% right now. So the reason I took profits, here's why. We went down and we went in the oversold area, and we're right at the 60 level. Well, actually we're at 60.30. We're over the 60 level, which generally is where a rally will fail if the markets are weak. My timing signal is bullish. It's strengthened a little today, but I felt that I actually had too much in the markets, and I felt, I've got 1%. I might as well take some off the table, because we could have another day like tomorrow where you can buy on some weakness and add to your position. So essentially, I wanted to have some powder dry. It would have been nice to have only have had the amount that I had today and been able to add yesterday. So that's one of the reasons why I did that. But so far, even after a couple really bad days after my timing signal flipped, I am back on the plus side, up 1% so far on that. Here's a chart of the Dow, and what I wanted to point out here is the negative divergence in the McClellan oscillator. That's what this is. It's just a different view, and this is not a good sign, especially when you've got this bear flag type formation forming, and I'm seeing a lot of those in the markets. And given the fact, I can't stress how the fact that we have no leadership in the market outside of the gold miners, that's just not an ideal situation to be buying stocks or indexes long. So I just think it's time to be a little prudent. I'm gonna stay long. I'm just gonna do it at a reduced amount until I start to see some more positive signs. This chart is extremely bearish from the way I look at it. It's forming this consolidating pattern here, but look at the negative DI and the positive DI. It's actually the negative DI is actually forming a positive divergence. Now that's negative for the markets, and the positive DI is forming a negative divergence. It's having a lower. What you want is you want these two to cross, and you ultimately want the ADX to start coming up if this market's going to gain any kind of strength to the upside. And the fact that we're seeing some not so good action in these little indicators, I'm going to be watching these closely. I want to move to the TSX. I may not even get to the other charts here because I don't want to rush through this, but this is a 60-minute of the TSX. And it's really close to hitting some significant resistance. It has this line I've had drawn on here for a while. This was support, and then it turned into, and then when we sliced through it in this big sell-off, it was resistance here, it was resistance here, and we're moving up to this area where this previous line is resistance, and I was drawing just from here to connect here. So there's almost like a double line of resistance here. So far it's bounced. Every line is support, which, these are just phenomenal, like perfect examples of why TA works. And then I also wanted to show you a longer term in the last 30 seconds here is maybe we do head up another couple hundred points, but then we're going to be hitting some significant resistance here. So maybe we break through here and the bulls think, okay, yes, now we're going to go higher, and then they're going to get slapped, and then they're going to get hit with this resistance and turn lower. And this RSI, this is really ugly. So TSX is very bearish.